In today's video, I'm going to share 3 of my favorite ways to finish pine needle baskets so that they last for a long time, they stay durable, and you can protect them from mold, mildew, and deterioration. Let's dive right in with method number 1, which is coating your basket with beeswax. I like to use beeswax pellets because they melt down really easily. These are white. You can also get yellow beeswax. One of the reasons I like just beeswax is that it is biodegradable. It's easy to apply. You only need the beeswax. It's fairly quick to do, and it stiffens up the pine needle structure so your basket ends up nice and solid and secure. One of the cons of beeswax is that over time it can start to slightly darken your piece, and because it has kind of a tacky texture, it can start to make your piece look dusty. So a regular cleaning or dusting off, wiping down of your basket will avoid that, but that can happen if you don't maintain the surface of your basket. You may also need to reapply the beeswax, especially if your basket is under a lot of use. The nice thing about beeswax is that it has a high melting point. The temperature has to be pretty high for it to melt. So it's not going to completely melt in the sun usually, unless you live in a very hot climate. Some of the pros of applying beeswax to your pine needle baskets is that it is food safe and non-toxic. Another benefit is that beeswax boosts the moisture retention in the pine needles so they won't become brittle, and it adds a slight sheen to the surface. It doesn't make it shiny, it doesn't add a tacky kind of look to the basket, it just adds a natural sheen, kind of pulling out that natural texture of the pine needles. It also keeps the pine needles supple so that they don't crack as easily, and it adds a little bit of stiffness to the overall structure. So if you accidentally wove your basket slightly loosely or your stitches are slightly loose, then the beeswax will stiffen that up nicely and add some structure to your basket. Once the beeswax has cooled and hardened, you'll have a nice firm surface to your basket. To apply beeswax to your pine needle basket, you're going to set up a double boiler. What I like to do is have a small pot and take some sort of jar. I like to use recycled food jars from my groceries, because once you use this, you're not going to be able to get the wax out very easily. So you can use this over and over. You'll put this in the pot and run some water in the pot, keep the water out of your jar. Add about 2 to 3 inches of water so that it comes up midway up the jar, and then add your beeswax pellets. I start with about half a cup for a medium-sized basket. You're going to heat the double boiler setup on medium heat. You don't want the water to boil though, because that's going to splash water into your jar. You just want to bring it to a simmer and then hold that simmer as the beeswax pellets start to melt, and you'll stir that up. I like to use large popsicle sticks to stir up the beeswax and get it to melt evenly. And then I use a disposable paintbrush. I do use this for multiple applications, but I use that brush to glop on the beeswax. It is going to cool and harden rather quickly as you apply it to the basket, but you can go ahead and brush this on. You kind of want a thick layer. You want it to look a little bit caked on. Once you've applied this to all surfaces of the basket, inside and outside, don't forget the bottom, then we're going to lay a piece of parchment paper out on a baking sheet and put this basket in the oven at the very lowest temperature your oven will go. Mine, that's about 175 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to set that in the oven, and you don't want to preheat, you want it to heat up slowly. So start the oven right as you're putting the pan in and let that sit for about 10 minutes. If you come back after 10 minutes and the beeswax hasn't absorbed into the basket, go ahead and flip it over, do another 5 minutes or so until all the beeswax on the surface has absorbed or it has become clear. It's no longer caked on. Then you're going to pull that out of the oven, the tray out of the oven, and allow it to cool for about 2 minutes. It's going to be pretty hot to start out with, so you don't want to burn yourself. You may want to wear some heat-proof gloves here because you want to fairly soon, about 2 minutes after you pull it out of the oven, wipe the entire basket down or buff it down with a cotton cloth, something that you're okay getting the wax on and using just for this purpose, because it will get waxy and you can't really wash wax out of the fabric. So buff your basket down so that there's no residual beeswax on the surface of the basket. Once that's done, you can allow it to sit and fully cool. This can take about an hour to fully cool all the way through the basket. Then once it's cool, your basket will have a nice coating. It's going to smell wonderful because the combination of beeswax and pine needles is heavenly, and you can start to use your basket at that point. Before I move on to option 2 for finishing your baskets, I want to invite you to join my email update list. You'll get access to our VIP library, which is a collection of printables, and we have a pine needle basketry guidebook for beginners, which has a lot of information about pine needle baskets and links to video workshops that I did on how to weave pine needles baskets, as well as some more information on finishing your basket. So if you want the recipes that I'm going to be talking about and some step-by-step instructions on how to do that in written form, sign up for our email list. You'll get access to the VIP library. When you get the email from us, it'll have a little code. You'll use that password code to get into the VIP library, and you'll be able to download your beginner guide to pine needle basket weaving and pine needle basket finishes, as well as lots of other content. So thanks for joining the Textile Indie community by joining our email list, and I hope you enjoy those printables. Now, for version 2 of the finishes, this is a second option for beeswax. We're going to combine some things with beeswax to kind of up the ante as far as finishes and combining different elements and qualities to create an even more intense finish. So this finish is a combination of beeswax, jojoba oil, and pine resin. Now, each of these ingredients has a different intent. The beeswax, like I talked about earlier, adds moisture. It coats the surface of the pine needles and preserves it from water and mildew. Jojoba oil is a liquid oil, and so it's going to add a little bit more ability to apply more evenly and not as clumpy. It also is going to add some moisturization to the surface of your basket, and it conditions the pine needles so that they stay flexible and supple and don't crack. The pine resin is actually a material from the pine tree. It suits the basket well. It's going to add some additional structural integrity to your basket. It increases water resistance and adds a slight hardness to the surface of your basket. There are a lot of benefits to this recipe, including the hardness of the finish. It adds the stability to the basket. It conditions the pine needles so that they stay flexible and supple. It adds a nice sheen without adding shine to your basket, so it just kind of naturally pulls out that waxy texture of the pine needles and enhances that texture. There are 2 cons that I can think of for this recipe. One is that pine resin can be a little bit trickier to find. I found it online in natural materials shops on Etsy. You may get lucky and have a local shop that carries natural materials like this. Sometimes natural grocery stores will have this type of material on the shelves, so you could check that for pine resin. Another con is that this combination is slightly stickier or tackier than just the plain beeswax. So to make this finish, you're going to add beeswax pellets, the pine resin, and the jojoba oil to your double boiler setup. So I'd put it into that same jar you would use for the beeswax. You're going to heat this up on medium in the double boiler with some water, and don't add water to your jar of wax though. It's just in the pot that your jar is sitting in. You'll heat that up until it all dissolves. The pine resin is going to take about 3 times as long to melt as the beeswax, so this is going to take some patience. You can let the pot sit at a simmer and continue to stir until that pine resin finally does totally dissolve. You want all the ingredients fully combined before you start the application. Then you can take your disposable brush or whatever you're applying the beeswax with and coat the basket with this combination recipe. It's the same process as the beeswax. You're going to glop on that finish over the entire basket, the bottom and the inside, and then place this in the oven at a very low heat. Heat it until the beeswax and other ingredients have absorbed into the basket, and then do your buffing process. So same ending steps as we did for the beeswax, but with this recipe. I put this specific recipe in the Pine Needle Finishes guidebook, so sign up for our email list, get access to our VIP library, and you can download that ebook and reference the recipe from there. Okay, and then the third version for finishing pine needle baskets is a spray shellac. This is really easy to apply. You'll take a piece of cardboard, lay your basket onto the cardboard, and then spray this on. You will want to pre-shake your can so that it's nice and combined and you don't end up with weird kind of application. Spray this all over your basket. I did this one coat in one go where I did both sides and the bottom all at once. You can do this where you apply a coat on one side, allow it to dry, and then flip it over and do the other side. You will want to do 2 to 3 coats to ensure that the entire surface of your basket is coated in shellac nice and evenly. I will say this is my least favorite finish for pine needle baskets because it does leave your basket rather shiny. It adds a sheen to it that isn't as natural as the beeswax looks on the pine needles, so it adds kind of a tacky shininess to it. If you use this shellac, do apply this in a well-ventilated area, preferably outside, because you don't want to be breathing this in an enclosed space. You'll also want it to cure for the suggested length of time before you handle your piece. So if you're in a hurry and you need something that you can apply quickly to add some security and preserve your pine needle baskets, I would suggest the shellac because it is quick, it's not very messy, it doesn't take much prep work. But if you're looking for something that enhances the natural surface of the pine needles rather than adding an additional kind of finish or texture, then you will want to go with a beeswax option. And that's my 3 favorite ways to finish pine needle baskets. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, check out this video. Happy weaving. Bye.